Hello, and welcome back to Riverleaf, An American Woman's Journey, The Price of Freedom. Episode 4, It Wasn't Our Day to Die. In Episode 3, I shared the day I walked away from my parents forever. Today, I'd like to take you back to what happened next. Let's begin. 9 months later, I finally returned to Wyoming. It felt wonderful to be back. My brother offered me a bedroom in his house until one of his rental apartments became available. Finding a place to live in Gillette was almost impossible. The town was bursting at the seams with people arriving to work in the booming coal, oil, and gas industries. I thought I'd only be there for a few weeks. Instead, those weeks taught me something about my brother that I hadn't fully understood before. He had a serious drinking problem. It didn't take much to ignite his temper, especially after he'd been drinking. One night, I came home late. It was pitch black outside, and I parked beside Marnie's car. I thought nothing of it. The next morning, my bedroom door flew open. Dave stood there shouting. Apparently, 2 wheels of my car had rested a few inches onto the lawn. He yelled at me to get out of bed and then thrust a shovel and a rake into my hands and ordered me outside to repair the damage. Well, I would gladly have fixed it if he had simply brought it to my attention. But I found myself walking on eggshells, never knowing what might trigger another explosion. For the first time, I saw echoes of my father. Thankfully, a couple of months later, one of his apartments became vacant, and I finally had a place of my own. My original plan had been simple: earn my Wyoming real estate license and sell the houses my brother built. So I buried myself in Wyoming real estate law, or at least I tried to. It was mind-numbingly dull. I could hardly stay awake reading page after page of legal language. Then I tried to imagine myself showing houses. Here we have 3 bedrooms and an ensuite bathroom and a 2-car garage and an eat-in kitchen. Over and over and over again. I quickly realized something: this wasn't me. But I wasn't quite ready to admit that, not even to my brother. Then one day he invited me to join him at a real estate convention in Chicago. We'd fly there in his airplane. I couldn't resist. Flying in a private airplane felt wonderfully different from commercial travel. No crowds, no long lines. You simply climbed aboard, started the engine, and flew away. Still, there was one important difference. On an airline, a professional crew is responsible for your safety. On my brother's airplane, my brother was. That always made me just a little uneasy. The convention was enjoyable. For 2 days, we attended seminars, met people in the business, explored Chicago, and had a wonderful time. Then came the flight home. It was one of those sweltering Midwestern summer afternoons, nearly 90 degrees. The runway shimmered beneath waves of rising heat. After receiving permission from the control tower, Dave pushed the throttle forward. The little plane accelerated, lifted off, and climbed into the brilliant blue sky. As a VFR pilot, he had one primary responsibility, and that was watch for other planes. Before takeoff, he reminded me that I shared that responsibility. So, for the first several minutes, we both carefully scanned the sky. Left and right, and above and below, everything looked clear. Once we left Chicago's controlled airspace, our vigilance faded. We started talking and laughing and reliving the convention. Then, in less than a heartbeat, everything changed. A twin-engine airplane suddenly appeared directly in front of us. No more than 100 feet away, it sliced across our flight path so closely I could clearly see the pilot. He had a full head of silver gray hair and looked to be about 60 years old. For one frozen instant, our eyes met. Then he was gone. Neither of us said a word. The silence inside that little airplane lasted almost all the way back to Wyoming. This time, our eyes never left the horizon. Neither of us wanted a second chance at making the same mistake. Sometimes life reminds you how precious it is in the space of a single second. That afternoon, we were reminded that every tomorrow is a gift, and sometimes life changes in a single heartbeat. That afternoon reminded me it just wasn't our day to die. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd be honored if you subscribe, comment, and join me as the journey continues. So, until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode of Riverleaf.